More spotlight on the capital city, this as the former disgraced Tshwane Mayor, Dr. Murunwa Makwarela, is expected to appear in court. Now, remember how he obviously faked his rehabilitation certificate, that following the insolvency of 2016, Dr. Makwarela became the Tshwane Mayor shortly after the former Mayor, Randall Williams, resigned after the scathing AG report, where, of course, billions in rents were flagged by the AG's office, where we learned of wasteful and fruitless expenditure. Dr. Murunwa Makwarela was, of course, a member of COPE, and he was part of the multi-party coalition, and he served as a speaker for over a year. It later came out that he should have never even been a councillor, with his insolvency status as it is against the law. He became the mayor on the 28th of February. 7 days later, he was then removed by the city manager, Johan Metler, after he failed to issue a insolvency clearance certificate, just to prove that he was indeed rehabilitated as he had stated. But of course, he could not meet the deadline of submitting the required certificate. He was then removed, and 2 days later he subsequently submitted the so-called certificate. But just in a few hours, the city manager and the rest of the, of course, team at the Tshwane municipality realized that there were a lot of discrepancies around his insolvency certificate. Investigations then started. The next day he resigned as, of course, the office of the chief registrar denounced his certificate and basically did not recognize it, and he was exposed. He had to resign to obviously save his own skin, but the matter did not rest there. You'd remember how the multi-party coalition went straight to the Brooklyn police station at the time, and they opened a fraud and corruption case against him. The city of Tshwane also did the same. The Hawks got involved to investigate the matter, of course, being very serious, and today he is having his day in court. We are at the Commercial Crimes Court here in Pretoria, where he's expected to make his first appearance. He was processed at the Brooklyn police station this morning, so a lot of trouble for the former mayor, who had a very short stint at the helm of the capital city. Here his legal woes are expected to intensify as, of course, the wheels of justice are starting to turn against him after he submitted that fake certificate. He is expected to, of course, face charges of fraud, defeating the ends of justice, and charges related to forging a legal document, a court-binding document. So it would be interesting to see whether the justice that everybody has been calling for, in particular the multi-party coalition in the city of Tshwane and the municipality itself, saying that there should be a zero tolerance against criminal activity. And you would understand, as, of course, somebody who held such a strategic position in the city of Tshwane, being a speaker, and there, after he became a mayor, everyone expected him to lead by example, but he fell short of doing exactly that. And today here, they are trying to make an example of him as to what will happen if you break the law. It's a reality that has shamed the capital city. It is a reality that has left the capital city in great political instability and, of course, hampered service delivery, because after the whole scandal around his resignation, the political impasse in the capital city deepened instead of stabilizing. Although the capital city now has a mayor, Celia Brink, who was elected to this very important position last week, the fallout, the setbacks that were created due to some of the contributions that Murunwa Makwarela's fraudulent behavior contributed to the impasse in the capital city. That is going to, lie thick in the capital city for a very long time to come, and it is on the background of that reality that everyone feels that he must face the music and justice should prevail. But of course, we continue to monitor what exactly will be happening. He is currently being held in one of the rooms just down this particular passage. A lot of media interest, a lot of public interest in this particular matter. So we are just watching everything with a keen eye. For now, we toss it back to studio.